I was 18 at the time, and my uncle was visiting for the weekend because my father was having his birthday party. My uncle was acting strange the entire time, almost like someone was impersonating him. My mother sent me to the bakery in town to go get my father's cake, so I hopped into my truck and drove into town. Everything was normal in town except for the baker at the bakery. He was a family friend for my entire life, while he was mainly friends with my uncle. He kept acting nervous and looked concerned for me. He kept on apologising after every sentence, no matter how many times I asked. He would still not say why he was apologising. After I picked up the cookies and cream cake, it began to storm as I drove home. My truck hit a nail in the road, so I had to pull over to change the tyre. The nail was covered in blood, and part of the pavement was stuck to the nail, almost like it was placed there intentionally to slow somebody down. I fixed the tyre, and now it was storming even worse. The road was flooded within minutes. I got home to see that my uncle's car wasn't in the driveway and was nowhere to be found. I walked into the door with the cake in hand to see both my mother and father impaled with hundreds of rusty nails. The cake fell out of my hand as my muscles stiffened and my legs turned to jelly. The yellow light bulb shining across the pool of crimson blood. I collapsed within seconds of seeing them. I crawled over there and checked their pulses through their bloody necks, but they didn't have a pulse. Their bodies looked like they didn't even struggle, like someone they trusted attacked them suddenly. I called the police and they arrived a few minutes later. My little sister was found bloody and crying in the attic. She told the police everything and she was placed into my care, as I was 18 and the only blood relative that was fit for taking care of her. A few years later, the police found my uncle dead in a river, and cameras nearby showed his doppelganger pushing him in.
Thank you for listening today.
Stay safe out there.
Join us
in the next video.
and don't get too spooked.